Hello. As we start the second quarter and a new unit, we're going to also start our notes over. Each quarter, we're going to start with a new set of numbered notes. So today, since we're starting the second quarter, we're going to take notes one, and they're called slope. Hopefully, last year you remember how you graphed a line a little bit and how you found the slope of a line. But we are beginning a brand new unit on lines, graphing lines. Rewriting lines in different forms. What you're going to see throughout our year is we're going to solve equations and then graph them. And so we've just been working on solving linear equations, and so now we're going to learn how to graph them. Later on this year, we're going to learn how to solve two equations at the same time, and then we'll learn how to graph two equations at the same time. We'll learn how to solve something called a quadratic, and then we're going to learn how to graph a quadratic. So that's kind of going to be our pattern. So now we're going to work on graphing. Slope is just part of how to graph a line. And slope is the measure of the amount of incline or decline in a line. And as I go, if I go too quickly, feel free to pause the video so that you can catch up. Another way of thinking about the slope of a line is how steep the line is. It's the steepness of the line. And then the last thing is that in math, we try not to write, we try to abbreviate everything. Like pi, instead of writing 3.1415, blah, 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 we write the symbol pi. In math, we try to abbreviate all the time. And so slope is abbreviated as the letter M. So when you see M in any equation, you're going to know that it's talking about the slope of the line. Generally speaking, positive lines, we always start from the left and we go to the right. Positive lines look like this. They start at the bottom and they go up. And the way I think about this is I think about a car. I know I'm an amazing artist. This car is going up a hill, and so that slope is positive. A negative slope generally, again, we always start on the left, starts up high and goes down. If we think about that car, this car is going downhill. If it's going downhill, then it's a negative slope. There are two other categories of slope. There's a slope of 0. That looks like this. It's a horizontal line. That's not my best line. That's too bad. A horizontal line has a slope of 0. This car, as it drives from left to right, does not go up or down at all. That's a slope of 0. And then an undefined slope is a vertical line. If my car drives on this, it is not good. Not good things happen, so that's an undefined slope when the car just would crash. Okay, so generally going from left to right, positive goes up, negative goes down. A slope of 0 is horizontal, and a vertical slope is undefined. This is important because as we're working, if you graph a line and you think the slope is positive, it should look generally like this. So this is going to be a way that we can check our work to make sure we're doing this appropriately. Okay, a bit more about slope. Slope is, one way of thinking about it is it's the vertical change over the horizontal change. There's a lot of different ways of thinking about slope. One is how much it goes vertically, vertical is up and down, over how much it goes, how much the horizontal changes. Another way of saying this, vertical change is the y-axis. Another way of saying that is the change in the y numbers over the change in the x value. So the change in y is the vertical change in x is the horizontal change, because if you think about a coordinate plane, this is the vertical line, it's the y, so change in y, over this is the x-axis, the change in x. Another way of thinking about slope is this. This is a fancy way. You know how I was just saying that